Multi-fridges. No, don't. Kitty, no. Kitty, no. Kitty, no! Kitty, no! Oh, you're okay. You're okay. Oh. Ah! Noggo! Hold on, Kitty. Oh. Do you know I was featured in the game? That's me. I'm the trash can. Go ahead, Kitty. Just shake it off. I'll shake it off for you. It's one life gone. We've got 8 left. Where am I? I don't know. The world is a scary place. Okay, get back home. Press this button to view. Look at our to-do list. I had a can meow. Shut up. It's a long way up. I'll need more energy for the climb. So things you can't see behind my camera. Nuts and bolts, feathers and fish. And then cat achievements, inventory. This is where our cool hats are gonna go. This is how you save the game. This is our audio section, and this is quitting. Okay, well, I don't want to do that. We're cat. We're doing cat crimes. We're cat people doing cat things. The emotional pain. How do we jump again? Oh, that. Okay, but I'm gonna have to do something to get up top here, right? Yeah. Cat, watch out. Kitty, be careful. I don't know. I think I'm fine. I think, don't we go in through this house first? Pick up. I've got somebody's slipper. Oh, yeah. Oh, can we just clear all this stuff off? What one was the button to swipe? Oh! I love cats. I'm allergic to them, but I love them. How do I knock this stuff over? I did it. Smash 10 items. Okay. Can I? Yeah. Yeah, get stepped on. Okay. Oh. Woo. Okay, so can I just trigger buttons to swipe? Oh, you're so right. Thank you. Okay, let me just come back over here. This is a lot more fun than it should be. It's too realistic to how they act. I wouldn't know. I haven't been around them long enough. Have I mentioned I'm allergic? Get out of there. Hold A for a precision jump. Okay. Uh-oh. Can I not do that? Okay. Ugh. I think I need to really get on the edge here to jump across. We're being little menaces. So assumingly I can't go over water, so I I would have to get out of the way. Well, 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 if it isn't the flying kitty. Oh, are you the crow that I hung on to for dear life? Because I'm really sorry about that. Knock all their shit over. I'm doing my best. I don't see any other small cats casually thwacking innocent crows in midair. My bad. It was an accident, you see? An accident, eh? Sounds like you need more flying practice. I can't actually fly, so. And you never will with that attitude. Come on, just flap your wings and follow me. I don't have wings. Okay, now we have to find that crow. All right, well, I'll see you soon. Can I get off of this now? Is this open? It's not. Methinketh I need to be more precise with my jumping. Oh, there's a little small cubby hole here, though. Crawl. That left mouse button? What is this? Oh, there we go. Okay, that was really funny. Oh, tennis ball! Can I try and get up there? Oh, okay. Well, I did it, but I knocked it over. Become an artist. Okay. Hi! How are you doing? Oh. Oh! Look, I'm making art! All right, how about some red now? Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. I didn't really get some red on my paws here. Let me really go in through. You like it? What do you think, sir? What do you think? Come here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, he likes me. Can I attack you? Aww. If I can't be chaotic, then what's the point? But now I'm gonna have to get up top here, right? Hole? Oh. Wait, is there a little hidey hole? Oh, there is. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to go around this way. Interesting. I definitely am. What would you call me? Cat asso? No, that just sounds weird. Hi, V! How's it going? Can't go in that direction because there's water, but maybe I could get on top someplace. Swiper, no swiping. We still have to follow the crow. He went that way. Zoomies? Oh, I can run! Take that. Just kidding. We don't want to litter over here. Is there a trash can? No. All right. Sorry, Mother Nature. Not today. Not today. So this whole area is filled. Well, that's not. Okay. I'll try this way. Angel Bean! Thank you so much for the resub. I appreciate that. Tier 2. Welcome on back, my friend. How are you doing today? Angel Bean, I picked this up for you. This is a whittle ducky for you. You like it? Oh! Sleepy baby! I want to keep our friend. Oh, I can't keep our friend. I'll be back for you, I promise. I'll think of you often. Remember me. Is there anything? Wait a minute. Is that blocked on this side? Or can I? No, I can crawl over here. Oh, no, it's blocked. Well, we'll have to figure that out later. Wasn't that so cute? Trish, how are you doing? How's your day? Are y'all vibing with this yet? Woo! Doggo! Be quiet over there. Well, we found the crow, but I'm really upset about it. Anxiety. You've been out of work for 3 years due to mental health. You just... Oh my God, let's go! Angel Bean, congratulations. Gonna get some love and hype in the chat. That's wonderful. When do you start? What are you doing? Tell us all about it. You're vibing? Dogs think they own the street. Too true. So there you are. What took you so long? Did you forget to flap your wings? I don't have wings, for the love of God. Ellie, thank you so much for 3 months. Thank you. I don't know why, like, my alerts are working, but the sound isn't. I have no idea what's going on with that. But Ellie, thank you so much for 3 months. Welcome on back. Have a great day. I'm sure it's good now, but it made you giggle and you'll never forget, right? Oh, when you played the demo, yeah? Oh, I think that happened to us too. And then we got to a point where I don't know if I finished the demo or if I just got stuck. So we're gonna have to see that section. It is working? Really? I'm not hearing it on my end. You are hearing the sparkle, but I'm not hearing the sparkle. Uh-oh. Let me tab out for a second. It's listed as monitor and output. That's not great if I can't hear it. Okay, so OBS is just acting up on me then. Okay, well that's good. At least y'all can hear it. But if you can't fly, how are you planning on getting back up there? I don't know, an elevator? Clearly an elevator, right? We're not gonna climb up there ourselves. You're nervous and excited you start at the end of the month doing nights at a yogurt factory. Awesome. Tell me you're going to get the benefit of getting some yogurt to take home. Because that sounds delicious. What? You have fish? Why do you have fish? Supply and demand. I can supply one yummy fish full of energy, and I will demand 25 shinies. The gleaming doodads. So we're gonna have to pick up a lot of shinies for a lot of fish. Shouldn't I get 25 fish for 25 shinies then? Did I say priceless? I meant worthless. Dangerous even. To everyone except crows. Oh my god. It could hurt somebody. I want to hurt people. We'll be heroes. And then I get a fish? Sure. I'm on it. You convinced me. So the dog is currently blocking the building, no matter what we do. Are you gonna keep barking at me? Yup, okay. Just wanted to be clear here. Alrighty then. Oh, I love that. Take it all home. Send it to friends. Oh, we got a ball on top. How do I... No, that was pathetic. How do I get up top? How do I do that? I want to try and find a way to get up there. I wonder if I go from up here, it won't let me. I want a precise jump. Why are you not letting me do this? Okay, we'll figure that out. Little Titty Big Titty is really good so far. So I'm still in the area where the demo was, so I kind of know what to do here, which is why I'm going through it so fast. But after that, good luck to us all. Shinies! Oh, I got 3 of those. Delicious. And nutritious. Oh, no, wait a minute. I wonder if I can jump up here. Okay. Okay. Chat. I don't think that there's something on the other side, though. Another shiny. Wait, here. Yes. Yeah. Up. And up. Then get on the top of the car. Right there, baby. We did it. This is gonna be maybe our first hat of the game. We got a ladybug hat! Tell me I don't look adorable. That's it. We're keeping it. We're keeping it on. Is there anything else on the other side? I don't think so. Go ahead. Just float down. There we go. Can I do anything with this? Oh, can I start tripping people? Who should be our first victim? Let's pick her, because she's on her phone anyway. I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry. Come here. Come here. Come here. Hey, come back. Come here. Fall right into the puddle. No. Fall into the puddle. Fall into this next puddle. God damn it. I want to do it again. They're just not listening to me. Hold on. This one. Ready? When cats attack! Oh. Oh, don't poop on me! Hey. Come on, somebody fall in the puddle. Now you're just angry. Sir, could I trouble you to trip in these trying times? I don't think I need to swat them. I think I just need to run into them. This lady didn't know what she was doing. Oh, another cat. What's up? Have I come to see the birds? Sure. An indoor cat. This is like Oliver and Company all over again. Reminds me of Beaker the bird. Really? Cat, how are you doing? Yeah, it was her own damn fault. So I just need to pounce on them, right? I had an issue with this during the demo. I had a hard time. Obtain bread. Use bread as bait. 3. Profit. Pounce. Okay. Gotcha. Oh, yeah, this is when we were stealing the bread. This is coming back to me now. Swipe at their feet. When they trip, the bread will fall. Okay. So, we need to run and find somebody that's holding a sandwich bread. Sir, do you have a sandwich? Oh, you're allergic. Okay. Well, nothing there. Oh, sneak? Okay, and then press it to pounce. Okay. You're holding a sandwich. Hi, this is mine now. Is this bread? Is this a bagel? I don't know what this is. I took it though, and I'm really proud of that. Hi, Burbs. Okay. Shh. Pounce. Damn it. I was too far away. Okay, I'm sneaking away. There's a lot of bird poop. Are you literally going by the bird poop right now? We got him! Yay! I caught my first bird. What's up, Blind Gamer? How are you doing today, love? Okay, we got another bird. Shh, everybody quiet. Slow-mo pounce. A pounce. Yay! Oh, I got a feather from that. Ooh. Was there a feather on the other side, too, that I didn't pick up? Yes, there was. Cool. Another sandwich. Swiper. Hello. Come here. Hey. Thank you. I'm just gonna take this half. That's all I need. Don't worry about it. Very quiet. They're shitting all over the place, y'all. This can't be sanitary. You're exhausted but good. Same. Honestly, same. But I'm glad to hear that you're at least doing good. That's what matters. Oh. I don't know how many I should be catching over here. I feel like the possibilities are endless right now. I'm gonna have to do it fast before they move. So it was a bagel before. Okay. Well, good. Hi! I've been doing really well. I did it. I appreciate that you let go of it. This is strictly a catch and release neighborhood. See, we don't kill them. What else would I do with it? Nah. Quite. By the way, hang on to those feathers. I hear some animals like to collect them. You sure the birds are okay with this? You know what? It's never come up, but you're probably a bit tense after all that leaping about. Try this relaxation technique. Big stretch! Who wants to see me do big stretch? Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. We'll do a nice big stretch. Let me zoom in on this one. No, we're not munching on the burbs here. Right? It's a good catch. Okay, ready? Holding Y. Oh, wait. Big stretch! There's other things we can do. I can be a good city kitty. And a little lie down. Oh, I want to do the stretch again. I thought that was so cute. Or not. Why would I get up? Oh, big stretch. Oh, yeah. I kind of want to stretch now, too, don't y'all? Everybody should... Yes, let's all do an IRL stretch. Really get around. Ah, there we go. Good. Please stop shitting where I'm standing. I swear to God, if this gets on me. This should be another section. Is this where I meet the raccoon? Something's happening over here. Yeah. We gotta go through this area. Or it's just like a fat cat. I can't remember. Do you remember? No. Hi, kitty. Thing. Nearly got it. Just a little more. Now to get out of here. No, excuse me. Counter, thanks for the stretch check. Everything okay in there? I think this is the raccoon, right? It's easy to get in, so I assumed it'd be exactly as easy to get out. Would you like some help? Let me try one more thing. You're really just putting your butt all over my face. That didn't work, did it? I'm ready to be helped now, please. If I push from in here, can you pull me? Absolutely. It would be my honor. Yeah, the raccoon. Hi, friend. Thank you. You're welcome. I really am allergic to cats. I can't even play this game without sneezing. What were you doing in there? I was looking for feathers for my new invention, and I saw something glinting in the pipe. I assumed it must be the famous inverted collector's edition Gecko commemorative medallion. Right, because I would have assumed that too. I was manifesting success with my thoughts. Press 1 if you are also this raccoon. Did it work? Well, no. But imagine if it had. Why did you want the thing? Those medallions are the ones with the weird error that makes Gecko look like a weird sea monster exposed to nuclear radiation instead of a big gecko exposed to nuclear radiation. It's worth a fortune. Amanda, it's really fun. It's $22 on Steam right now. Golden, thank you. A honey badger? Kind of looks like a honey badger. It's more honey badger than raccoon. Because this raccoon doesn't have the stripes. One, my therapist told me to. Thank you. Did you say you were an inventor? Ooh, so we can give you our feathers then. Okay, you're talking a lot. Oh, so wait, are you a tanuki then? It's like a little bear fox with a long stripy tail. Apparently some people think they look like tanuki, but I can't see it myself. So wait, is it a tanuki or is it a raccoon? Good! Thank you so much for 34 months! I love you! I didn't know they put me in a video game. Tag yourself. I'm the ladybug hat. Thanks for the long time sub love and support. How are you doing? How's my little baby? Really, Jen? Does it bother you like too bad? Hiya, Newman. It's really fun so far. It's really, really fun. I was telling chat, it's like Grand Theft Auto with cats. Exploring puzzle mechanics. You smell feathers? I have some in my butt. What does it smell like? I do. I knew it. How exciting. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Please gimme. If you change your mind, let me know. I'll show you how to start using them. To distort space and time? Okay. Sure. Behold the magic of engineering. What the hell is going on? Neat portal, huh? Guess where it goes? I don't know. Into another dimension? That flashy, swirly glow isn't just sewer vapors. It's magic. And that means it's now part of the pet work. Oh, is this like teleportation? Are we gonna be able to teleport? Hi, Soul! You've been in the trenches all day, but glad I can pop in now. I hope that it's been going well for you. Happy Friday Eve. What in the witchcraft? I don't know what's going on in here. Hop in. You try. Okay. Let me know if it works. Woo! Rainbows! What is this? Ta-da. Where am I? I said ta-da! Is that my cue? Where are you? It's completely dark and smells exciting. Does that sound like a place? Okay. Question 1. Is test subject in possession of own eyeballs? Why would I not have my own eyeballs? I'll take that as a yes. Question 2. Is test subject in possession of all necessary limbs? There are unnecessary limbs? It seems like the test subject is becoming uncooperative. Is Cat still in here? Why does Cat remind me of this raccoon right now? Right? Oh, okay. Puffy and inflamed. That makes sense. Hi, Deloria. Tanuki. Okay, that's what I was thinking. It is a ladybug hat. Isn't that cute? The flailing as you go through. Just realistic. I've read that book. You and I both. Oh, so I'm coming out of a trash can. Coming out of a can, and I've been doing just fine. Gotta come out because I wanna. The trash, that's why the smell was familiar. This is very exciting. It means the pet work works. I just need to fine-tune the arrival system a little bit. Okay. Come back, you know? The return journey. The return what? The bit where I come back to the first portal, Tanuki. Fascinating. Yes, I could see how that would be useful. Oh. Okay. The unclimbable fence? So can I not get back over there? Where the hell am I now? Okay, bye, Tanuki. Am I stuck? Oh, I'm coming out this way now. Oh, I'm on the other side of the water. Oh, this area is open. Okay, so this is now completely different from the demo because this was closed before for the demo. Do y'all remember? Do you remember? Oh! I'm being forcibly removed! I got kicked out. I'm coming back in. You can't stop me. You probably could stop me, right? No! Run! I can't do anything when he picks me up. He's pissing me off. Now he doesn't know. Now he doesn't know I'm sneaking. Cat's a raccoon with a butter knife. No truer words have ever been spoken. I don't think I can. Oh, no. You don't see me. Did he grab me? I guess he didn't see me. Yeah, he is. He's going in circles. I don't think I can climb this, though. It's up too high. I don't know what we're going to be able to do there. Okay. Oh. Under section? I don't know what that is. Uh-oh. Does he know I'm down here? No, he doesn't. All right. Good. Hi, plants! How is your day going? Oh, another burb? Oh, more poops. Industrial artist. Oh, this is wet cement. Oh, my bad. My bad. Actually, you know what? No, not my bad. You deserve that for the way that you treated me. You can suck on that. Ooh, we've got a walkway up here. Yeah, there's a crawl under space on that side, but I don't think I want to leave this area yet. Oh, uh-oh. This is kind of glitchy. Okay. Good. Yeah. Oh, a talking bird? Is that a bee? What the hell are you? Are you okay? Do I look okay? I don't know what you are. I didn't mean to snap. That's okay. Hi, Oriana. It's really cute so far. I really like it. Are y'all digging it? What are we thinking? Oriana, thank you for the resub. Thanks for the long time sub, love, and support. Happy 5 months. Hope you're having the best day. I made a big mistake. big, huge. It feels too huge for such a small kitty to help with. The what? An effective taffy takeover on social media without a working phone. What is wrong with you? What's a phone? This little thing next to me. Oh, that. Oh! Is that mud? I dropped it in wet concrete. Oh, it just means laughing out loud. But you weren't laughing at all. You were sad! Every time I put LOL in any chat or any message, I have never been laughing. Ever. Ever. So, can I pee on the phone and clean it off for you? Christine, are you actually laughing? I don't trust you now. It's really fun. Taffy is the cat. That's her up there. Up where? Up where? Y'all see a cat? Oh. Taffy? Like on the billboard? Yup. Oh, I know her. I see her in my Humans Phone thing. She's got the coolest house and the best outfits and the fluffiest fur. I pick out those outfits and I style that fur. In fact, I was here looking for inspiration when I dropped the phone. Do you think that that's like, we're saying fluffy, but I feel like this is like Kim Kardashian right now. Right? The stylist is doing all the work. LOL and LOL, you know? I feel like for me, if I am truly laughing out loud, I slam my keyboard buttons. So it's just like a bunch of letters. That's when I'm truly wheezing. That means you're actually laughing? Okay. I love that emote from Shella. But that's dreadful news. We have to fix it. Let me think. Let me piss on it. I know. I will get you a new phone. I am? Let's borrow one. Okay. LMAO, thanks! Wait a second. Am I gonna have to try and carry that, though? That's gonna be kind of hard, right? Oh, shinies. Shinies! I have to jump down. Shiny, 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 shiny. Okay, now we gotta go back up. Gotta be fast. Faster than that. Okay, you can't catch me now. Haha, sucker. Can I make a penis over here? It's got some weirdly shaped balls, but I think that's a pretty good penis. What do y'all think? Means you scream laughed? Hi, Gisela. I think that means the same thing for possum, too. Okay. See, I want to try and jump over there, but I don't think I think it's too far. Unless, is that a machine? Is that a machine that you think I could jump on and maybe use? Because I don't think I can make it over here. Oh. That human has no idea. Silly human. Tricks are for cats? There's a lower level. Maybe I can jump on that to there? I don't really feel like any of this could work. Can I hit him in the head? I might be able to, but I don't know if he's gonna do anything about it. I want to try and jump in on this side. See if I can go up here before he catches me. Oh, all right, I'm here. And it's done nothing. Hi. Yes. Bye. See you later. Ooh, you know what? You know what I might be able to do? Is drag this box. Hold up. No. But I can jump up here. I swear this has something to do with it. Like, if this can extend or if that can move. Okay, well, let me... Hi. No, unhand me! You nincompoop. I need to trip somebody to get their phone. Think I can make it? I don't know. This is also leading someplace else. I'm gonna try and jump up here. Maybe it's not. Yeah, I can't jump from there to there. This is the only thing about this puzzle aspect is you think you can go one way, but you actually can't. Oh, and then we're getting blocked by a dog over here. That's scary. Be nice to me. Oh, toilet? Can I jump in? Oh, God. Mind the toilet. Why are you reading a cat magazine on the pooper? You want me to jump on his head? Oh, what's this? It looks like I'm supposed to put something there. Maybe a sandwich, maybe food. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, wait. I think I can jump down now. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, wait. This is either going to be really good or really terrible. Hi. Oh, do y'all want to see Kubi? Kubi, do you want to say hi to chat? Never mind. Charlotte. Charlotte just went and Kubu left the room. Charlotte, do you want to say hi to everybody? Charlotte, come here. Hey, come here. Charlotte, come here. Come here. Hold on. She's not in the mood. Okay. Love you, bye. It's fine. She almost took my headset with her. Don't worry about it. Is Charlotte a Tanuki? She could be at this rate. She could be at this rate. Nope. Hi, Strooby. How's it going? Scatter, thank you so much for hanging out with us. It means so much to me. There's something on the heater. Is there? Wait. Oh, you're so right. Okay, then maybe let me go this way first and then we'll go back. Okay. Okay. No, what if I don't make this? What if I don't make this? Is it a shiny in the bird's nest? It is. Wait, can I go up there? No, I can't make that. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Connor, good call. There's something on the vents. The call is coming from inside the vent. Okay, wait, I have to jump up here again. Okay, can I make this? Do y'all think I can make this? Oh my God, I'm really scared. Oh, yo, I can! Okay. Whee! What do you think this next one's gonna be? I hope it's another hat. Oh! I got a hard hat! Shut up! I'm a kitty that's building things. I feel like this cat would fit in very well with the village people right now. The cat doesn't care. I love how the whiskers are coming through the cat. I would listen to this cat. If this cat was in charge, 100% I would listen to it. 100%. Kitties with jobs. Whee! Okay, I'm gonna save it here. We are not going anywhere. I'm just gonna take a break again, okay? I just want to make sure that we're saving and that no shenanigans are happening. It's fun to stay at the YMCA, gonna have catnip every single day. Look how that dog is ominously looking at me in the background. My BRP question for you is a really difficult question. There's going to be some animosity in this chat with what I'm about to propose to you. Are you a cat person? Are you a dog person? Or are you both? I will start first. I'm a dog person because I'm allergic to cats. Otherwise, I think I would really like them and I'd probably have 3 of my own. Let me know, cat, dog, or both. We'll be back in a few minutes. Hello, we're back. Be cat. Do crime. James! Thank you so much for the 16 months with your Prime. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. And thanks for all the follows, friends. The BRP question for you was cat or dog or both? Got a lot of cats in here. A lot of cats. You're allergic to cats too, Newman? Yeah. But you love cats? You are both and you lived with both? Oh, you're 99-pound doodle? Both is good. Both is good. Beerwitch, do you think at some other point, like, you would like to get a dog? You don't have a cat, do you? I know what I'll do for Violet. Wait, what'd you say? What'd you say? You have 4 cats! Zuki, I love that! She fell through our bathroom ceiling? What? Oh my god, the poor baby. The poor baby. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on in. Oh, so cute, Solani. Good lord, my cat's destroyed way more of my stuff than my dog. Yeah. I hear, like, horror stories from my friends about the things that, like, their cats get up to, and I've shared this before, but my sweet friend Jeanette, her cats wake her up at, like, between 4 and 6 every morning to specifically drink from the faucet in the kitchen, and then they go back to sleep, so then she goes back to sleep. And I'm like, can't you untrain them? And she goes, probably, but now they've trained me at this point. Thanks again, James. Okay, so we have to put something in that bowl for that dog. We got everything we could in this area. I also need to grab a phone from somebody, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do because I think I'm stuck over here now. Oh, I got another shiny. That's a human-trained well. That's what I'm saying. So, the Tanuki is on that side. I don't think I can jump back over. I feel like I'm stuck. Now, wait, y'all told me there was a crawl space, right? You did a redeem? Oh my god, I missed it. What did you redeem? Can you tell me? Let me see if I can scroll back up. What did you do? We have a request for a standing desk. Oh, you're trying to make me healthy. I got you, baby. Give me a minute. Thank you for making me stand and stretch out my muscles. Wait, before we do that, let's all do another stretch as the cat. Everybody, big stretch. Oh, yeah, really get those back legs out, too. Stretch it out. The fence straight ahead of you. And you walk into the building site. Okay. Oh, this feels good. Oh. Oh, I thought it was supposed to rain all day today, but it wasn't. So I think when we get off stream, I'm going to go for a nice walk with Kip. As annoying assholes, but the ones I've fostered really haven't been. Only like 1 out of 10. Okay. You know what? That makes sense, especially if people only have 1 cat. You know? Maybe they got the asshole ones. Crawl. Your cute little butt. Ooh, another shiny. Yo, I got the dog bone. This is what it wanted. Okay, wait. Oh, I can crawl with it. I could have brought the duck with me this whole time. All right, where's this man? Wait, all right, hold on. I have to walk behind him. All right, friends, we're gonna have to go in a little circle because he cannot come by me. Okay. This is gonna be very meticulous. Oh god, I forgot. I can't. Oh god, I can't go this way. Oh my god, pick up the bone. Pick up the bone! Go into the wet cement. All right, all right. Cats know what they want. They'll tell you. And then don't they also think that, like, you can't feed yourself, so that's why they give you items that are, dead? Right? Run, 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 run. Okay, do I just drop it in the bowl, maybe? Probably. Hi, this for you. Oh, doggy! What is this one? We didn't even get to wear our construction hat for too long. Some cats will do that, but not a ton. The asshole cat you had was actually the most chill when it came to feeding time, so give and take. Okay. Corn? Corn? Oh my god, corn. A big lump with knobs? This looks like a penis hat, okay, but I love it. I love it. Oh my god, fashion, sweetie. Okay, well, at least we went around the dog now. I don't know if there's anything else over here for us. I see a trash can. We might be able to climb that. I don't know. Jump in here. It's corn. Do cats go in trash cans? How realistic is that? I got some shinies. And a cup. Your husband's also allergic to cats, which does not mesh with his asthma. Oh no. What is he? Does he take anything for it? Is that a ledge? Oh, it is. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, this might not actually be anything. Okay, never mind. You can't actually stand on the ledge. But wait a second. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. This probably isn't doing anything either. I'm so sick of the birds pooping everywhere. Okay, so we got this, but we're still kind of stuck because I need to get back to the people. So, I still don't really, I feel like I'm still kind of stuck in this section. What would y'all do if you were me right now? We can't jump over the water. We can't get back on this other side. They're an asthma trigger for you. They don't make me wheeze. Well, they don't make me wheeze anymore. Now I get the red and itchy eyes and my skin gets itchy, but I don't get hives from them. But I used to be able to, like, when I was younger, my allergy was so bad. If I stepped into a house and the cat had just been in that room, I would instantly have an asthma attack. Like, I needed my nebulizer. I went over to my friend's house who I didn't know had a cat after school. And I called my parents. My dad had to rush over, pick me up, and take me to the hospital. That's how bad they used to be. So I'm very happy now that I can just get away with either nothing, or if I'm really bad, I could just pop like a Benadryl. Yeah. Yeah, it was really... And I was actually allergic to dogs when I was younger. Not as bad as cats, and it was mostly their saliva, but now I'm obviously fine, or else I wouldn't have dogs. Friends, I don't really know what I should do here. I don't know what my next steps would be. We already popped over to this area. I have to go in this direction. So, do we think that there's another way out of the construction site? There has to be, right? Oh god, the man's here. Run! There is! Okay, I have to move this. So I can crawl through. Okay, we found it. I did it all by myself. Are you proud of me? Scooch! Oh. He glared at me and walked past. Some dogs can be terrible too, but only a couple of people are actually willing to work with the cat patients. Yeah. I feel like cats get more of a bad rep, which is really sad. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna... Oh! Hey! I needed your phone. Pick up the phone. Quickly, 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 quickly. Run! Jump! Okay, we did it. We stole a phone. Are y'all proud of me? Oh my god, I'm a thief! Hi! Oh, should I just drop it here for you? Yay! Did I get you another, like, same kind? Well, it's purple. Do you want the old one? It still takes pictures. You just can't do emailing or anything. What's emailing? You don't do emailing? I don't think so. I do per all my messages now that I come to think about it. What an absolutely blissful life you must lead, kitty. Cool. Concrete dipped phone. It might not be smart anymore, but the camera still works. Oh, this is how we got photo mode. It's harder for cats more than dogs in general, and especially because you have to put them in the carriers too, so I bet they're really upset about that, right? More cats deserve to knock people over. I agree with you. All right. Standing time is over. I've become lazy again. Listen, I just want a little bit of chaos, and if that ends in a bloody nose, then it ends in a bloody nose, and I'm happy about it. You should take a celebratory selfie right now. Okay. Oops. Oh. Zoom? Oh, wait. How do I... Oh, I don't want to tilt it that way. Wow, look at me. Corn cat. Corn cat. Cool. So we still have to meet all the animals. Oh, I need to catch and release 20 birds. Make 20 humans stumble. Oh, those are cat achievements. Okay. I need to bring the crow 25 shinies. I only have 17 right now. We need to collect way more shinies. Way more. But now we know how to get out. So I'm gonna run. We'll be on to our next adventure. Hello.
Hey.
No, I'm swiping you. Oh, I want your bagel. You coward. Can I go back to the Tanuki now? Wait, where am I? Did that car move? I feel like I'm in a whole different area that I wasn't in before. Give me more shinies. Be crime, do cat. Now wait a minute. Now wait a goddamn minute, possum. Oh, I'm at 20! We can go back to the crow. Where was the crow? The crow was down here, right? Oh, crow! I have shinies for you. You're doing great, kid. The streets feel safer already. You only need 5. Oh, I need 25. Shit. Okay, sorry. Sorry about it. I need 5 more. You're so right, Connor. Ugh. How could I have been so blind? Oh, there's some shinies over there. Pop up here. Pop up here. Swipe some plants because I can. No, make it fall. Make it fall. Push it off. Both of them. There we go. I got an achievement called decluttering for smashing multiple items. Oh, there's shinies over there too. Okay, 21. Any other shinies? Oh, there's something else. I think there's a shiny on top of there. Let me try and get the shiny first. Shiny shinies. Maybe I can't reach it. No, I bet I can. Well, maybe I can't. Oh! I went in the complete opposite direction there. It might be too high for me. Maybe if I back up a little bit. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, I got it! 22, baby! A new hat, perhaps? I liked being corn. This better be heckin' cute. An apple. Shut up. Shut your little kitty mouth. Hi, Raven. You get an ad for cat food. Brought to you by That Nerd Violet. Oh, look at my little hat. Oh, so cute. Wait. Ah! Shut up. Wait, I have to move this under. Then, wait. How do I unzoom? Okay. Where's the cat? There we go. Shut up, I'm so cute. It's the smile for me. There's something on that side. Oh, I grabbed it? Did I literally swipe through the bottom there? And there's a little hole? Oh, it's blocked? Okay. Lindsay, thank you for 45 months. I appreciate it. Welcome on back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How are you doing today, my love? How's your day? Oh, there's so many things. There's so many areas. So I will say I really like this game, but it can be like a little overwhelming in terms of puzzle mechanics because you're like, okay, what areas do I need to check? Where can I crawl? Where can I hop up to? Like that's a lot. You know? Oh, we got another shiny. Doing good. We had fun in Stardew. We're on our 4th marriage. Or just about to be, because we proposed to Emily today. Then we've been playing Little Kitty Big City. Well, it's been a good time. Can I go through this one? Oh, it's blocked again? Despicable. Now, wait a minute. Oh, God. Okay, you're fine. You're fine. I know you hate water, but, like, get over it. I might be able to get on this one. And can I use this? And jump over there? Maybe? No. No, I could not. Yeah, so those two are both blocked. There's a block behind here, too. Oh, can I break into a store, you think? You're right, we did have the wedding. I forgot, you're so right. We did have the wedding. It was because it was at the beginning of our last day. Can you stop sneezing on me? Oh, another cat! Excuse me. Hi, I was wondering if you could help me. I'm the mayor. If the mayor can't help you, no one can. Okay. Thank goodness I found you. You see, your worship, I need to get home and I need shinies and there are all these trash cans and... One thing at a time, friend. This all sounds like work. Cats are not built for work. Cats are built for mischief and snoring. We are soft, sleepy. Sometimes there is whimsy. Sometimes there is pushing things onto the floor. Yes, but your enthusiasm is tiring. The mayor cannot help anyone when sleepy. How'd it go, Moonwitch? Welcome back. Everybody's like, Violet, you did get married. Your first responsibility as deputy mayor will be the hated jars of jam. Remove these eyesores from the mayor's vision. Just jam? It's a symbol that human no longer fears a cat. They leave their glass jars on shelves and expect them to stay there. It cannot continue. This will not stand. Swipe, push, crash. Okay, then you'll help me? The mayor cannot hear you over the noise of the symbolic jam. These cats are hilarious. Okay, but how many jars are there? 3? How's a bitch to get up there? Okay. Oh, she better not forcibly remove me. All right, one is done. Oh, he's like, who the fuck did that? Your worst nightmare, bitch. Apple cat. Okay, I'm just gonna walk on everything over here. No, 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 no! Hey! Take your paws off me! All right, fleshy. He's pissed. I'm gonna go up here to the sink. And go up here to this box. Ha! Can't catch me now, can you, Grandma? Fuck, you can! No, there's a shiny! He's so mad! All right, Toots, you really showed me. Walk around in that little granny circle that you got. Oop, sorry. No, 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 no. No one hand me! Oh, thank God. Good. I'm up too high now. This is great. This is good. I think I can just jump over onto this side. Oh, God. Oh, God. No! Fuck you, Grandma. This is how Charlotte looks when I hold her. When I grab her under the arms, because she's been a naughty baby. She looks exactly the same. Ha! Can't catch me now, can you? Oh, God. Oh, God. She very well might be able to. No! Okay. I did it. Whew! That was so scary. Yay! The symbolic jam has been finished. Take that, Grandma. It went well the first appointment, so we just talked about goals, but she really listened. So I'm excited to see where it takes me. That's wonderful. And it sounds like y'all vibe together really well, too, which means, you know, a lot. A lot. I'm so happy to hear that, Moonwitch. That's awesome. Hell yeah. Apple Cat, your worst nightmare. Thanks, Golden. Perfect. The mayor can now slumber. But before you do, Your Grace, you said you could help. Marr. Yes, the mayor will now dispense valuable assistance. Thank you for helping me. It will teach you the official way to respond to jam jars. What? Or anything else that is terrible. Voila. Oh, I got another emote. You may now express disgust at any moment by holding Y. Okay. Now the mayor must rest, so sleepy, so unable to hear further requests for help. Goodbye. Okay. Thanks, Mayor. It's a little gag noise. Oh, God, please don't throw up. Hi. Sorry, I'm gagging on your shoe. Oh, my God. Did you really need to do that? Fine. The disrespect is monumental. Can I go around here or do anything? Was this the place that I couldn't crawl under because it's blocked? Yeah, that's blocked. And I stumbled upon the cat. Okay. Hey. I clearly didn't want you going over there. Like, obviously go around the water. I didn't know if there was, like, a mechanic for me to open doors. That was probably a silly assumption. That me, a cat, could open doors at all. But you never know.
Huh?
Screw you. Hey. Bye. Watching people just flop on the ground is my greatest joy in this game. Oh, another dog. But they don't... They've got a bull this time, but it's behind? So I would have to come at them from a different angle, so I can't go that way. Interesting. Is this a bus stop? I think I can crawl up there. Okay. Oh, there's more shinies over here. Oh, I have enough. Oh my God, let's go back. Sorry, I need to run. I just started pawing. So I have 26 shinies, so we gotta go and see our crow friend, who's gonna give me a fish. Oh, that seems important. Oh, the car was on that side. Okay. Where's the crow? This way? Yeah, the crow's over here. It's going good. I've been playing on my controller. You could play on mouse and keyboard, but it suggests controller. It's going good. I really haven't gotten stuck so far. Chat's been helping me a little bit, but it's really fun. Though I will say, I don't know how long this game is gonna be. Because I feel like we've already done a lot of stuff. So I don't know. The price point's good on Steam, though. It's $22. I don't know how much it is for the Switch. And then what else is it out on? Is it Xbox? It's on Xbox Game Pass, so if you have that, technically it's free. So shiny, so pretty. We have completed our first heroic act together. Can I try disposing of them? Definitely not. These are ancient crow rituals. Oh, sorry. My reward! My fish! Just a minute. Crow, is this a scam? Did we just get scammed by the crow? Here. Oh, so fresh. This should give you some climbing energy. Not enough to get all the way home, but it's a start. Oh, wait a minute. I wonder now if I can climb up higher. Just in general with the fish. There. Wait. The greenery? You're gonna need more fish to make it all the way up top. Huh. Not anymore, but keep your eyes out. Okay. Keep hold of any shinies you have out there. I've just had an idea. The amount of, like, bird poop in this game is far too high. Look at me chowing down on this fish. I like how it turns into bones. This delicious fish has given you energy to climb ivy. Oh, okay, yeah. So any place that we've seen ivy, so chat, you're gonna have to help me out with this. Any place we've seen ivy, we can now climb. Oh my god, amazing! Sick! So now we can go over here. So assumedly, this is where we're gonna need to go. To go upstairs. Like, back to our home at some point. But see how we've got an exhaustion meter? So we can't go up any farther. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Oh, that's awesome. Oh no, I'm gonna sneeze again. No! Excuse me. So yeah, it's going good. Goose? Hello there. Is that a duck? Oh my god, what are you? You're a mallard. I wonder if you could provide some urgent assistance. What do you need? You look fine. I don't want to alarm anyone, yet it's a rather pressing concern. Although perhaps I'm just panicking, but there's no two ways about it. Come on out with it! Didn't I say I seem to have mislaid my ducklings? Missing babies! Mislaid? Is this a bird joke? Nobody laugh at all in here, okay? Or you're getting banned. Bless, thank you so much, babe. I don't follow. Never mind. Missing ducklings sound pretty serious. It does, doesn't it? Oh, I hear them. We were enjoying an educational tour of the neighborhood. Me teaching the youngsters some local history. Sure. Did the robot take the ducklings? Okay, blah, 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 blah. Okay, tell me less about the robot. One fine day. Okay, Is it Gecko again? Gecko kidnaps the duck. Okay. Oh no, it's just a great story. Shut up! You're like Gale from Baldur's Gate 3. We scampered off in different directions, all very exciting in the moment. Okay, so I just need to bring your missing ducklings back. Yes. A whole city? We made a city map just last week. Oh, am I getting a map now? All the different fish hotspots. The ducklings marked each one of their favorite places on it too. Such enthusiasm for maps. And I bet that's where they have gone. Okay. Nice, we got a map. A map made by the ducklings. It's pretty good. Just ignore the fish markers. Right. Yeah, why would I need those? Okay. So our explored areas are the ones that are going to be in gray, and our unexplored areas are in yellow. Neato. So this is where I am right now. We've got 2 duckies behind us. We've already got 2 duckies in the explored areas. Is this the construction site? No. I think this is where we had the jam. No, the construction site is there. I think this is where we had the jam. Yeah, I'm happy about the map, too. I thought we were going to be exploring without that this whole time. I'm like, well, that's a lot. Oh, my God. You scared the shit out of me, Tanuki. You got the pet work portals connected up properly. Awesome. Now we can use fast travel. There was a minor space-time incident. Nothing to worry about, though. How minor? In the grand scheme of the multiverse, it was absolutely trivial. Oh. Okay. This This worries me greatly. Something with the carrot? Yeah, yeah. What's up, Zamboni? How would you compare this game to the Untitled Goose Game? It's kind of similar. I really like the Untitled Goose Game. The puzzle mechanics are very similar to it, but this is obviously in 3D, and I would say this is much more expansive than the Untitled Goose Game. There's also a lot of dialogue in this. There's more hidden puzzles and puzzle mechanics overall. But if you liked Untitled Goose Game, you're gonna love this game for sure. Also, not sponsored or affiliated. I bought this with my own money. So if I didn't like it, I would tell y'all this, but I'm vibing with it. We are having fun. Either of them safe? I assume so. Anyway, if we get this working. Is it working? Sign me up. Hear me out. I said yes. Firstly there, wait, what? I said yes. For real? Yes. Call me curious. Okay. No feathers this time. Give or take. Okay. Where am I going? I'm floating through time and space again. Though it's not as constrained due to not being isometric. Correct. Yeah. And this is way more linear too. Oh God. Where the hell am I now? Are we in a whole new part? You came back. I thought I'd scared you off when I jumped the window. Oh, that was you? Sorry, I just get so excited when people come to visit. This is literally Charlotte. Thank you so much for the follows. Welcome on in. Where's that old sound clip? Not sponsored. I should just put it on my GoXLR at this point. Already tell more dialogue story. Yeah. Honestly, there are some parts that we've been skipping through with the dialogue because the animals do be talking. So, just to conserve my voice, I've been skipping quite a bit of it. Only the bestest, best, goodest dog. My human says so. That's what I call both my babies. I didn't know there was an official bestest, best dog title. The squishiest, smoochiest potato or the fuzziest, happiest little pooper. My owner told me I was the squishiest potato. It was at one point. I can't remember what game it was for. Are we sure it was for a game or was it for my Five Below hauls? Where I was like, I'm not sponsored or affiliated, but I could be. Hit me up, Five Below. Anyway, it was lovely to chat. Hope you have a good day. Don't go. There's this thing that happened. Oh, do we have another quest? Call me Little Potato again. Can the birds stop shitting everywhere? We're having like a dysentery epidemic amongst the birds. Look. Look what's happening. And it disappears, and then another one will come along and shit more. Puzzle difficulty, not bad so far. I like puzzles, but I get frustrated. And chat only really helped me to remind me, oh, we saw this thing. I've been zooming. Yeah. No, it's been pretty good. What did I say? You're saying medium difficulty? Yeah, I wouldn't say they're hard, but I wouldn't say they're overly easy. There's some complexity to it, but it's not bad. At least they disappear. Yeah, so for more to come out. My tennis balls are gone. Did he just say my balls are gone? What window? What are you talking about? Also, where the fuck am I? No, sorry, wrong button. I am over here now. Did we explore this previous area? Also, I don't understand how the fast travel mechanic works. Do I go buy one and press a button? Nothing's happening. I think I'm stuck over here for now. Yours too are gone. Oh, look at this little dig boy. Hold on, wait. I want to explore for a minute. We might have a shiny. Nap? That's hilarious. Wait. Oh, apparently I can't nap facing forward. Sorry, chat.
You say hi?
Something is happening. Rosanna! Thank you so much for the raid! Welcome on in, party people! How are you doing today, sweetheart? What were you streaming? Were you doing some nice co-working? Were you playing The Sims? Let me know. Let me know. Darling, I once again thank you so much for helping me get organized. I adore you beyond belief. I lurk a lot in your channel, specifically the co-working streams. Thank you for being like such a beautiful place on the internet. And Archer, Patano, welcome on in. Angel Sim, Sweetie, Robin, hello. Hi, is it Evie? Hello, Evie Ivy. Hi, Sophie. 7 total nap spots in this area. Oh, okay. Interesting. Can I maybe just nap on a bush? I don't know. We've been playing this really cute new game that came out today, Little Kitty Big City, and it's been a riot, y'all. It's been so good. Hi, Lucky Ducky. Welcome on in. Hi, Ariel. Hannah, enjoy. Golden, please. You were simming. We fired some ghost sims working in our hospital. That's what you should do, okay? Are they really helping us, or are they hurting us? All right, dog. What do you need? What do you need from me? Look, no balls. I appreciate this might be a silly question, but aren't they behind you? Oh, those, no. These are just my regular favorite tennis balls. This is exactly like my girl Charlotte. I kid you not. Hi, Moonwind. Welcome on in. No, thank you, Rosanna. Literally, your co-working streams and your extra text YouTube channel. You have made me such a better, productive person. Truly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Y'all better go follow my babe Rosanna right now. Can I get another shout out in the chat, please? As panties, not planties. SMG, don't scare the people. That's what the doctor said to my mom when I was born. Hannah! Not where I thought this was going. Chat? Can we stay on topic about the tennis balls? Your extra favorite tennis balls. What happened to them? Tanuki built me a present. There was an incident. Okay. Oh, like an automated ball throwing machine. Okay. It was perfect for a while, but it also did go rogue one day. Balls everywhere. And then it caught on fire a tiny bit. I've got most of them back, but my 3 favorites are still missing. And the machine, I buried it. Please don't tell Tanuki. She would be so sad. Yes, sure. Absolutely not. Each one is subtly different from the others. The scent, the taste, the texture, the personality. Where am I going to be searching for tennis balls? I always thought I had fast fingers and I met you. Thanks, Golden. Thanks, Amanda. Thank you so much. You could or you couldn't. You know what, Rosanna? I wish I could, but I can't swing the money. I've never been. I would love to go, but I can't swing it. I live in Boston, Massachusetts myself. And for us, like, I wouldn't go alone. I'd go with my spouse. We would be spending, like, at least $3 to $5K on that. And I can't justify it when we've got some upgrades we want to make to our house. Like, we want to redo our floors. We want to fence in our backyard. So I'm like, oh, as much as I want to go, that money could be used for other stuff right now. But I would love to meet you one day. I know a bunch of my friends are going. You know, you obviously play The Sims. I'm pretty sure Shella's going this year. No, you're all set. I don't mind repeating myself. I can't remember who has and who hasn't asked me, if I'm being honest. Thanks, Hannah. Right? Yeah. And, like, I would love to go to TwitchCon Europe, but I feel like if I'm gonna make the effort of going to Europe, I would not go to TwitchCon. Like, I would be, wherever the heck the TwitchCon would be, I would be out sightseeing. I want to go back to Europe so badly. I want to go back to London. I want to go back to Brussels. I want to go back to Paris. Like, I would just go there myself for like a month. If people wanted to meet up with me, that would be fine. But I don't think I would go into the convention if I was just over there. It's definitely expensive, yeah. I'm glad it's back. Wait, was last year at San Diego? Like, I know it's back at San Diego. San Diego is beautiful. And if any of y'all do end up going to San Diego, whether or not for TwitchCon, I cannot recommend the San Diego Zoo enough. I don't know if they still have the pandas there or not, but it is the best zoo I've ever been to. Like, I highly, highly recommend it. One day it will! Last year was Vegas. Okay, so this year it's back in San Diego and for the next 5 years, right? I heard it was so tough getting Ubers and all the walking. Yeah, my pals that went, they were like, it was the worst. Like, the con itself was fine, but where it was was awful. Yeah. Overall experience in Vegas, yeah. Little potato and big potato. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. Fetch the dog's balls. Okay, that's quite enough. Well, listen, I can climb on top of this now. I've got the power. So maybe the balls are up here. I really just gotta stop that. Oh, we found a ball. Chat, we found a ball. Hey, I just gotta really. Okay, one. Oh, was that not it? I thought there was a ball. Did I just kill a family? No, I didn't. It's down here. I thought maybe it was an egg or something. Oh, here you go. Am I gonna have to swat it in your general direction? Hey. Hey, there's a ball. Did you find them all yet? Does he want me to put it in his hole? The hole in the ground. Everybody shut up for me for a second. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. No, we're not clipping that. There it is. Okay, yes. So I do have to aim for the mud hole. Anyway, thank you so much for all the follows. It's so expensive, yeah! Oh, can I not go up higher? Wait a second. Wait a second. Yeah. Just because I can. Oh, wait, we've got one. Okay, that went down. Whee! I can't believe that I don't die doing that. Like, wouldn't you assume? Oh my god. Okay, I've got two. We need a third. I think I still need to climb up. It's so good, Rosanna. It's so good. Okay. Maybe we have to go inside, because I feel like the shed's got to be doing something. But maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Y'all seen any other balls? Yeah, I'm thinking there's got to be another one up here, but I'm not seeing any. Oh god, yeah, don't fall. And then this is, oh, there it is. Right, or is it just shiny? Uh-oh. I can't tell if that's a ball or not. It's a shiny. Which, admittedly, I probably needed anyway. But... oh, this is where we are. So this is the original house that we went into. Okay. Okay. Oh, no. Am I going to be able to get back over that area? Oh, yeah. It's open now. Okay. Oh, my God. Can you fucking stop doing that, man? That's scary. Stop it. You think, I mean, they would just be out. Not me being like, what if it's under this freaking barrel? And I was right. Chat, I was right. I was right. Hi, Scottish. Welcome back. That's amazing. Yes! I fetched the dog's balls! Here's an official little potato costume. Shut up! Oh my god! Oh my god! Chat! I'm a puppy! I'm a cat. Who's a dog? I'm pretty sure Nickelodeon made a cartoon about this. Cat dog, alone in the world with a little cat dog. I'm adorable. I'm literally so cute. That, are you sure we didn't break the space-time because that poop was at an angle and just like hanging out there? Do I need to nap more? Because that's still shiny. I didn't find any other nap spots over here. It's just, okay. Okay. I can't leave. All right. Bye. I loved Cat Dog too. So good. So good. All right, pals. We're going to pause it here. I'm going to have another break in the last hour of stream. Let's see how far we can get. Little Kitty Big City. Are y'all liking it? You want to play a little bit more tomorrow? You want to do what we did today and do like half Stardew, half Little Kitty? We're in the mood. I'm really digging it. I'm really digging it. Hi, Marina Crab. Welcome on in. How's it going? More kitty? Doc's like, Violet, we've got a winner here. Scottish, how's your finger feeling, by the way? Little kitty, big titty. BRP question for you. Has there been another game with cats in it that you've liked? I didn't play Stray. I've heard that's sad. Do you like it? Yo, Dom, what's up? It's the perfect game for me. Thank you. This has been so fun. And the puzzles haven't been that complex either, which I'm really stoked about. So it's been pretty good. I'm not great with puzzles, Dom. I don't know if you could tell that, but I haven't immeasurably struggled, so I will take it. Let me know about more cat games. Have you played any? Do you recommend any? Have you played Stray? Let me know. We'll be back in a few minutes. Check in with yourselves. Do you need medicine, food, water? Do you need a pee? Go in to check in, okay? Be right back. Hello, we're back. I've been sufficiently peed. Last hour of stream, let's go. Any other Cozy Cat games? Dog's Life, yeah. Oh my god, you know what I want remastered so bad? And a lot of y'all said that it's already been done, but it's different. I want Nintendogs so badly. We did play the demo last year for Little Friends Puppy Island, and it's cute and it's similar. But give me the OG Nintendogs. I swear to God, sometimes I feel like Nintendo just doesn't want money. Like, give me the remasters of all the old Animal Crossings, Nintendogs, and I'm set. I'm set for life, besties. I will give you my entire bank account and my social security number. Hi, Kims. Tell you not to bleach your hair. What? Are you trying to go blonde or are you trying to change colors? Listen, don't say that to me. I shaved my head. I think you should do what you want with your hair. Because guess what? Doesn't turn out the right way. It grows back. It grows back. Do what you want to. Life is too short, Doc. Right, Cat? It's the best. It is the best. So should I be going to another area now? You need a feather to power it up? Apparently I have extra feathers, or I had one extra feather. So in order to teleport around, I'm gonna need feathers, so I'm gonna need to steal more food from people. Oh no, the humanity. Wait, or is that just a ducky? Or is that a little creature, or is that just a ducky? I can't tell. That's what I'm saying, Cat. I hope so. I hope that you're right. I truly and honestly hope that you're right. Why is this just like cut off? That's weird. Can I jump up there? Whoop. Okay. So that answers my question, which is a resounding no. I wonder, is that an area that I can crawl through? There's something over there, but I have no idea how to get to it. Interesting. Okay. Natural brown for 3 years now. I just take the duck with me? What if I give this back? What will the goose say, do you think? You want to bleach it on a whim? You should do it. Do it. Any luck? Don't forget to check your map. Okay. Here, I'm just gonna... Here's your emotional support duck. Right out in the open. Oh yeah, there's a whole area I haven't even explored yet. I need to target people with sandwiches so I can at least get a feather. Come on, kitty. Give me some sweet shinies. I don't know why we're collecting them now because the crow went away, right? I wonder if I can see the crow on the map. Nope, that's the camera again. That's my house. Those are the ducks, those are the fish. So, at least to my knowledge, the crow is not listed on the map. More shinies! Give me more shinies! The only thing that I would do, have you ever bleached your hair, Doc, like ever? If you're doing it yourself, I would just make sure that, like, the bleach, it's not kept on your hair for too long. Maybe do like a test strand area. Oh my god, we're going up so high. Hi, Bella! It's so good so far. We've been vibing. We've been having a good time. Okay, I got more shinies. Ooh, don't fall off. Bad kitty. There's something over here. Oh, wait. Wait a second. That's gonna push me off. So... this has got to be an important timed mechanic, because if not, it wouldn't try and push me off, right? Run. Oh, no. Oh, I can definitely crawl up here. Okay, okay. Shorter bleach times with toning, so it's not terrible. Oh, love that. Oh! Oh, the crow's back! Well, that's good! Kitty, you look like the kind of cat who enjoys a stylish accessory or two. Thank you for noticing. I went flying! Paper Mario Thousand Year Door is bonkers. When is that coming out again? Because I don't think I played that one. I played one of the Paper Marios. God, what was it on? Was Paper Mario for Super Nintendo, N64, GameCube? I thought I remember renting it from Blockbuster. So I want to say Super Nintendo or N64 and not GameCube. Anyway. I'm not like super stoked to play it, but I think I'll probably pick it up. And I still want to buy Princess Peach Showtime. I didn't play that. I was gonna stream it, and then I saw launch day on Twitch, and like hardly anybody was playing it. So I said, all right, well, I guess that's not a good business decision. N64. Okay, GameCube. That makes sense because I got a GameCube, but like 2 years after it came out. So I've had every iteration of every Nintendo console except for the NES, but I didn't always get it when it first came out. May 23rd. Oh my god, so this month. Cool. One of your favorite games. I'm so excited for you. That's awesome. Are you kidding me, Scottish? That's the worst. Bastards. It's literally called Shinies for hats. Access to hats? Oh, so it's like a random gacha. Okay. Because it doesn't feel like it's May. We're gonna blink and it's gonna be June. 5 lets you hire 1 crow to retrieve 1 hat. Yeah, all right, whatever. I'm the hat gatekeeper. Okay, yes, I would like a hat. Here you go, thank you. Oh my god, I got a traffic cone hat. I have more. I'm assuming this is the only thing that I can use shinies for, so I might as well give them. Okay, do we want the witch hat or the traffic cone hat? I think I want the witch hat, personally. But we can try both of them on. Look at how many hats we can collect. Okay, this is the traffic cone hat. I look ridiculous. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in, sweetheart. Okay, and then... It's kind of big. Oh, you can't see my eyes. You know what? As much as I like the witch hat, I feel like this looks more ridiculous, so I'm gonna go with being a safety unicorn. I don't know. I'm gonna stay this for right now. Oh, so at this gacha machine, it looks like I have one option left, which is a cowboy hat. We're gonna yeehaw? That's phenomenal. Okay, I need to go back and try and do this puzzle again because I got blown off. What's up, Tabby? How are you doing today? Lovely to meet you. Aren't they so cute? So as you progress along the game, you get random hats that you unlock, and they're so cute. We have like a myriad of them right now. We've got a dog, a Shiba hat. We've got a ladybug. We got a construction hat. We've got corn because it's got the juice. And we've got an apple so far. I don't know what my favorite one is. I feel like corn is just so ridiculous, but I also kind of like the safety one. I think it's the string. The string really makes it. Truly and honestly. Yeah, the corn hat was good too. Hey, Tally. What's up, babe? The witch hat is so big. Like for my little tiny baby body. Run, run, run. Okay, jump up. Okay, you can't get too close. Then we're gonna have to run, okay? Okay. Run, 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 run. Jump, jump. Okay, I just need to like... Oh no, I don't want to drop down. Okay, good, we made it. Chat, we made it. I may not have enough energy to get over there though. It just dawned on me. Can you think I can jump on the wall? I'm afraid. I'm afraid. Chat, I'm afraid. Oh, God. No! Oh. Wait, can I do something about this? No. No, I cannot. Okay, well. The world looks nice from up here. I think I need another fish before I can go up in that general direction. So we'll have to come back at some point. Oh, can I not plunder this trash can? Oh, no, I can. We do. I think we need more fish for more energy to sustain us. So remember this and we'll come back. Oh, am I gonna have enough stuff for another hat? Oh my God, I am! Give me the cowboy hat, you coward! Yes. I would like another hat. Assuming it's the cowboy hat. Never mind. It's a space helmet. Shut your mouth. Shut your freaking mouth. Oh, you can't even see it. What does it look like? No. This is my favorite one so far. This is absolutely my favorite one. Look how ridiculous I am. I'm a space kitty. I have played V Rising, Deloria. I actually played it for a few GFN episodes ago. So I played it while it was sponsored. It was fun. I actually really enjoyed it. And I really liked the character creator too. Okay, wait. If there's a dog bone, then that means that somewhere there's gonna be a dog. So maybe I should just leave that for now and explore a little more. Oh, is this the robot they were talking about? Sir, I think that's gonna be needed for the dog that's gonna be like around the corner, maybe? I don't know. I'm definitely gonna need that for something. Oh, wait, there's stuff on this side. Oh, there's something up there too. Oh God, I just fell forward. Am I supposed to do something with this? Oh, I got a shiny out of that. Oh, wait. I don't know why I should be pulling that. The sounds are satisfying. They do really good with that. That's something I can climb. Okay, wait, I'm getting way too distracted. There's so much to look at. I feel like we finally opened up a lot of the game and I'm slightly overwhelmed. Okay, so we've got even more hats on this side now. These are all fruit hats. We've got an orange, a pear, a watermelon, and a grape. So I would say whenever we save up enough shinies, we should go back and make sure we get the cowboy hat because it looks like every section is gonna have 4. And then we have to move on. Hi. Oh. I don't need that. I've got 7 now. Okay, let's go back. What's up, Joseph? Hello. I can explain. Is because you're out of this world, or is that for oxygen, since you take people's breath away? Oh my God, Joseph. I will have you know flattery works extremely well on me. I hope you're having the best day. These are just little hats that we can find. You like them? Yeah, so our last one should be the cowboy hat. I can see it now. Oh, sorry. Yes. Cowboy hat! Cowboy hat! Cowboy hat! Meowdy, partner! Can I get some meowdies in the chat? Can I get some meowdies in the chat? I'm getting so many... I was existing here. It's your fault. It's your fault for running into me while I'm trying to change my hat around. Oh, look it! I'm so cute! Oh, wait, you have a sandwich. Come back. Hey, come here. Sorry, I just needed that. I just needed that. I need to get another feather. No! 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 Oh, sorry about that. I didn't mean to. You chasing me? Oh, no. She's just pissed. Okay. Just gonna drop that, okay? Now we wait. Yes. Yes, my pretty. Yes. Feather! We got it. Lovely. Yay. Now that means I can fast travel more. Oh, that lady whose sandwich I ruined is really upset at me. Hi, Iona! It made me realize I was destined to be a cat. Everybody wants to be a cat. Iona, how are you doing today, love? How's the apartment? How's the flat? How are you doing? I love your background. I'm literally in love with it. You don't understand. Can I have a shout out in the chat for Iona, please? My queen, my icon, my legend. Oh, so this was the area that was closed off to me before. Oh, okay. And this is just a straight up dead end. Yeah. All right. Interesting. And existing in more than one place. Do you... So it looks like you have a separate bedroom area. Is it like a one bedroom? But assumedly you have like a kitchen, living room, maybe more than one bathroom. That's exciting. That's hugely exciting. That was like when I moved out of this house for the first time. I was like, what do you mean I have all these places to decorate? And then I never did. New hat! Yo, we're getting so many hats so fast, we can't even love and adore them. Turtle hat. Why do I suddenly want to race go-karts with a plumber in red overalls? I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Give me this shell hat. I look so funny! Oh, and then this was the one that I couldn't get to before. Oh my god, beautiful. Can I smash you? I love destroying things in this game so much. It brings me such immense joy. 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom, living room, and kitchen. I love that. I love that so much. Do you still need to buy some things to like furnish your apartment, or is it good for the most part? Oh my god, I didn't even ask you the most important question. Where are all your large plushies? Where did you put our friends? Can I jump up there? Oh, I can! I got another shiny. So this was the one I was trying to get before that I couldn't reach. I'd love if you smashed me. Listen, you're gonna have to take a number, all right? You know the drill, Moon Witch. How much did I shell out for that hat? 5 shinies, baby. You impressed? I know. I know. It's difficult. It's difficult being me. Okay. That was weird. That was like levitating for a second. There's a line for smashing. Please. Oh, this was the other blocked entrance. Okay, okay. I feel like I'm leaving this area too much and I feel like I should go back, but maybe I don't need to. Actually, wait a second. Let's pull up the map. Sar. That's by my house. Where? I think I need to start going that direction and get the bone for the dog. Right? It's gotta be the dog that was facing me on the other side that I must have to take something towards. Oh, wait a second. Wait a heckin' second. I can get up this. Or I might not be able to. Uh-oh. That might be too high for me. Oh, wait. Let me wait for my meter to fill. Your favorite part of Stardew Valley is blowing shit up in the mines. I feel like this game was made for me with its cozy destruction. Yeah! I want cozy games that will allow me to be a menace. If that's your type of game, that's for me. I don't know if I'm missing something here, but... Oh. No. I think I need another fish before I get up there. I think so. Neobs, thank you for the lurk. Enjoy. You're decorating the entire flat now? Really? Shell hat for Shella Shellerson. It's true. I don't think I have enough. Oh, I don't have enough. I think I only have... Yeah, I only have 4. Briefcase. Ooh. Can I steal this? Oh. You all right, sir? He's pissed. What's up, Cambo? Oh, awesome! Welcome on in. It's nice to meet you. Hope you're having a lovely... What is today? Thursday. There we go. Time is soup. Do we have a shiny? See, now I can buy another hat. Let's go buy another hat. This is definitely going to be one of those games where I'm going to actually be a completionist, at least with the hats. Achievements? No. Tangelo hat? There's something very appealing about this one. I see what you mean. Oh, I look like a fool. Almost looks like a little pumpkin hat. It is Thursday. Where? When? Fantastic as of late. Hell yeah, I'm doing lovely. Just vibing out. The dog is there. Okay. So, I gotta go back and get the phone. I'm gonna pick this up. And the dog will be distracted for me to, I don't know, walk by it maybe? I don't exactly know the purpose other than to distract this good boy. Did I miss that? Yeah, over here. Wait a minute. No, yes. So apparently there's like 3 areas for dogs. Okay, now this section's open. Yeah. Okay. So I think we need to go down this way now. Oh, I've got shinies. More burbs. Another shiny up here too. We are vibing with some kitty. We're making terrible, awful, no good, very bad, wonderful decisions. How do I get that one? Can't jump from there. I can go up here though. Ooh. Maybe I can... Oh, I think I can jump down from the top of this roof. Maybe? Yeah, no, I can reach that. I'm able to get another hat. Oh! I wonder if I can go up there. Now, wait a second. Hold up a minute. I'm gonna drop down, then we're gonna do it again. Ah! That work? It worked! Cool! Okay, I know we've got the 5, but I'll double back around because something else is pressing me. Okay, jump up there. Jump up there. Go back up through here. Oh, no. Maybe I could have made the other jump. I might have been able to have made the other jump. I think I just wasn't timing it correctly. So, the purpose of this game is we were a sleepy kitty and we fell out of our window. And we're trying to get back home. But in order to do so, we have to help out some fellow creatures, get enough fish so that we have enough energy to climb back up our home, which is like, I don't know what tower it is. I want to say it's probably that middle tower. It's basically we need to parkour our way back up to our apartment. Yeah. Yes, we're a cat who is lost in the big city. It's very sad. Would not recommend. Oh, I can't get up here. Let's try it again. Nope. I can't do it. Can you imagine if I could just land on people? Wouldn't that be hilarious? There's... Did we go over here yet? This door is open. Trash can? More shinies. Y'all gonna have to remind me to double back around so we can get a hat. Unicorn! I've got 8. Maybe I'll wait till I can get 2 hats. Okay, we got some more places to crawl through. People to terrify. Ooh! This is new. Is it new? Oh. What's shiny over here? Oh, it's another napping spot! Oh! Okay, that time you definitely could see everything. That was a good nap. That was a hecking good nap. No! Don't! Drop that! Oh my god. Please don't be murderous. It's bad enough that you're already tripping people. We've been by water in the pond, but I don't think there were any fish in it. There could have been, though, and maybe I just didn't see it. Gecko? With the top hat? Hello, sir. Hi. You seem distinguished. Hello? Are you talking to me? Yeah. Of course. It was only... It still looked like a major weapon to me. I love how it jumps in and then just flops before crawling in the trash can, right? That's what I do in bed, and then I, like, crawl into bed. I've never met anyone who could see through my superior camouflage. Oh. Does this mean my power is fading? Who are you? I'm known by many names. The Shrouded Sensation, the Invisible Lizard, the Wait, Where Did You Go? Wonder. Nice alliteration. I've honed my camouflage craft to the point where I can blend in perfectly with my surroundings, or so I thought. Okay. Nice disappearing words. I don't know if I like how the background color is changing only from like an accessibility standpoint. Like if they just made that one color or even just like a rainbow background that didn't move, that'd be cool. Okay. My eyes are weird. Have you seen them? I don't think I've seen a mirror. The writing is hilarious. Okay, what can I use you for? All right, let's stop talking about my eyes for a minute. Okay. What? I will don new disguises. Okay. This is so weird. Darzog! Thank you for 50 months, my sweet friend. Thanks for the sub love and support for a long time. Tier freaking 3. Welcome on back. How are you doing today? Hi, Joy Boy. Hello. I like the idea, but the text gets hard to read. Yeah, and my eyes start, like, shaking. I don't know about y'all. Hi, Crafty. Hello. Yeah, are you? I challenge you to find me again, Cat. Okay. A place where hard hats shine, where concrete pours and diggers whine. I'll be camouflaged nearby, invisible to your weird eye. So we have to go back to the construction place. Okay. Chat, mark that down. We gotta go back to the construction place at some point. I'm gonna explore this area a little bit more and get more shinies first. Mark that down, chat. Joy, I am doing lovely. How are you today? Oh, woo! More shinies! Get this out of there. I can get 2 hats now. Oh, we're by the angry lady. There's stuff on that side. I don't think I can get over there, though. So the bamboo sticks must be another level up with eating the fish, I think. Like, it's gotta be. Okay, we can get back to the construction area, I think, from going this way. Oh, but how do I get up there? There's another one. This really is more of like a collection and puzzle game. Which is fun. I'm not complaining about that. But if that's not your vibe, then you just may not like that. Write it down, chat. Okay, here's the construction. Is that... Oh, that's a light bulb. Wait, there's something up there. But... I do not know how to get up there. I think I had this problem in the... Ugh. I'm pretty sure I had this problem in the demo, too. I couldn't get up there. Oh, no mind. Okay, so he's gonna be by the construction site. Do we think he's gonna actually look green, or is he gonna look funny? Y'all, I need you to know, I always lost at Where's Waldo. So, I'm gonna need your help. I'm gonna need your help real bad. Okay. No, you're fine. You're fine, cat. Maybe on the inside someplace? He was on a wall before, so maybe he'll be on a wall again. Ivy? Is he up here? I don't see him. But what if that's the joke? Like, you're not supposed to see him. He said he would be near here, but I thought, you know, he'd just be out in the open. Yeah, assume I don't see it, because I probably don't. Okay. He's not in this area. There's a bird that's in the cement. That man can't even get freaking mad at me anymore. Perry, it's been good. We've been having a lot of fun. I'm gonna go on the outside, see if he's on the outside. Because maybe I took this way too literal. please stop pooping? Maybe he's on the outside perimeter? I'm gonna try and get a free snack while we're here. Boom, baby. Oh, God. We got it. Apparently, I got extra stuff for that because I caught a bird mid-flight. Okay. Puppy is still distracted. That's good. Yeah, he's not around here. Should I go back up? I don't think he's going to be up top here. If he says construction site, I'm assuming he means the construction site. Nada. He's good. But look at the toilet again. Okay, I'm going. In the toilet? Okay. Okay. I'm looking in the toilet. Is he in the toilet? That son of a bitch! You weren't even over here! You were in the shitter this whole time! Thanks, pals. You're incredibly visible. This fucking guy. Okay, another clue. A metal friend with arms spread wide provides a place to climb and slide, but you won't know I'm there at all because I'll be invisible. Yeah. So we need to go back to the playground. We need to go to the playground over here. So, since I know where he's going to be at, I'm going to run around this way. Oh. I thought this connected. Have we gone up here yet? Maybe it does. Yeah, it does. It does. Okay, we're in this garden now. Okay. Oh my god. Sorry, I bonked my head. Me too, Paris. That's dirty. That's filthy. Okay, so the playground's over here. All right, everybody keep your peepers peeled. He's gonna be over here. I wonder if he's gonna be at, like, the top of the slide? He's clearly gonna be in, like, some sort of hiding spot again. There he is. I knew it. I found you, you little freak. Oh, kinda. I don't know if you can see him up there. There we go. It's me again. I wonder if we get a fish from him. Okay. A sealed glass case containing snacks can stop a human in their tracks. So, a vending machine. What's better than just one machine? A group of 6 to choose between. So, we need to go to an area on the map where there's 6 vending machines. So, there was an area that had a ton of them. I know there was. If we go back down, I think on, like, the main road, I'm pretty sure we've got them. I'm gonna buy, like, 2 hats here while I can. We got a pear hat. It's a pear. Where's the other one? Oh, can I buy a third? Oh, we'll clean this one out, too. Last one from this machine. I think I want to wear the pear hat. Okay, so this is the pear hat. This is the watermelon hat. The pear is my favorite so far, and then grapes. The grapes is pretty cute, but the pear is where it's at. The pear is where it's at. Okay, so 6 vending machines. Again, this is with the assumption that I've already been by this area. But I could be wrong. I don't know if I went down this area over here. Oh, I found one of the ducklings! The duckling is playing video games. Are you old enough to be watching this? Right? Tabby, I beg and I plead. For the first 2 years when I had Charlotte, I would always buy her hats and outfits, and I'm like, I've got to give it up now. Okay, if the screen goes dark, you'll come back. So I need to I need to do something and make the game stop working. So I need to drip water onto this area, right? I need to do something. I need to unplug it. I've got to do what? Leaky pipes? Yeah, I think there's going to be something for me to climb up to. Maybe I can start by this direction. What do those things do? Can I do anything with that? There, the valve. So if I maybe jump up from that direction, I might be able to get up there. Well, actually, no, there's a wall there. Well, I need to get up there anyway because there is a shiny. Look, it looks like a GameCube. That's really cute. That's really, really cute. I like that. So how else am I supposed to get up there? I swear to God, the yellow things must be like a different sort of mechanic for me. Unless, hold on a second. I might actually be able to make this jump. Hold on. Oh my God, I did it. Pull. Yo, we did it! Yes! Are the walls supposed to be sliding around like that? Definitely not. Okay, go back to your mom friend. Let's waddle. Oh my God, I have a baby with me. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. The one really was just like around the corner. That was cute. Chat, I did it. Here's a baby. So I think there's, what, 2 more babies? This isn't the full brood. Yes. What? What? I now need to be responsible for a child? Chat, this is too much responsibility for me. Okay, I have a baby now. He's just a little guy. Do you like his, he's got a little, look at him. He's got a little wrap around his head. He's got a little bandana. Look at him. Oh, you're fine. He fell over. Don't step on my friend! I'll step on your face with the cement or something. He keeps falling. Oh my God, this is a whole new unexplored area. Hold up, wait though. I want to go back because I'm pretty sure that we already went by that area with the 6 vending machines. So I'm just going to assume that the duck is following me. Yes, he is. He catches up to me. He catches up to me. What happens when I go over this though? Where'd he go? Oh God, you're right there. What if I wanted to climb over this? He just morphed through the walls. That answers my question. Look at it! He's trying to fly! Shut up! This is so cute! Yeah, it's magic. It's magic. Okay, I thought it was this area, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's the one farther down? And again, I'm assuming that we've been by the area, but we might not have. Okay, no, let's go back this way. Baby! Yeah, he's zooming like us. He's Newman like the best of us. So not over here, there's only one. Shut up. Damn, couldn't even make him fall. I'll make you fall in love with the asphalt. Take that. Take that. Don't be mad at me. Oh God, I deserve that. I deserve that. Okay, this is where I thought it was, but it's only 2 machines. So, Also only 2 machines. Hi, Tanuki. So no, I guess not that area. Okay, but holy crap, wait. We're near the other 2 ones. They're both on this street. Hold on. Which direction? This direction. So is there one in the store? It can't be. We were already in here. I didn't see anybody. Wait. No. That's something separate. I'll check the store in a second. Over here? There's something... Please don't tell me the duck is in the washing machine. Are you kidding me? Uh-oh. I think the duck is in the washing machine. Do you see that? How on earth are we supposed to get inside? It looks like maybe from the back door. Like, because there's no way we can climb up the vent. Wait, open window. There's an open window here. Hold on. Hold the phone. All right, come on. Oh, I think I need another fish before we can do it. Damn. Yeah, so that's how we get in. Okay, let's look at the map and see if we can just get a fish. So this is gonna be up this road, take a left, and then down? Or is this at the playground? Okay, I have to go back up this way, that's all I know. Not the tumble dry! We have to save the baby. So it should be over here? Maybe around the other side? There's vines up top. It's gotta be up top. Maybe? Maybe not? I'm going too far now. I think there's gotta be another climbing mechanic I'm gonna need to get before I get that one. Unless, actually, hold on a minute. If I jump up here, I don't think I can make that. Never me mind. Okay, I made that. But I don't think I'm gonna have anything to latch onto on that side. I wonder if I can actually climb the little vine there, though. No. Could it be in the trash? Could be. We'll check the trash out. There's another fish we could see, too. If I can't get to this one, we could try the other one. No, this was just shinies. Is the fish in the room with us right now? Yeah, there's a big section up top. Ooh, look. There's some... Oh, sorry about that water. There's a big thing that you can climb on that section. But, again, I don't think I can get up there where it currently stands. Yeah, alright, so this fish is... We're unable to at this current moment in time. But there's another baby chick over here with another fish that's by the house. But isn't there a dog here? I don't think I can go in that direction. Okay, if we go back up this way, I might be able to get to the other fish that we haven't explored yet. Yeah, Tanuki. Oh, actually, this might cut off over here. Is there a way to get out? I wonder if one of the abilities I get is gonna be for, this is blocked, right? Like, being able to traverse water, because that would be so funny. Like, yes. I finally ate enough fish where water no longer makes me afraid. Yeah, so that's accessible, but not to us currently. I wonder, can I jump up there? No. Okay. I guess I can go in the direction of the other little baby. Try and make that work instead. Oh my god, can you stop slamming into things? I'm going too hard. You're beat too thick. So I wonder what the other bird was. Oh, we have 4. I'm gonna fast travel to the other one. I do. So I need to go to like the bottom fast travel site. This one, I think? Oh, there's a lot of them. God, I hope this was the correct one to go to. It was. So I need to go down, take a right down this street and go straight. Okay. Chad, are you ready for an adventure? Take a right down this street. Sorry if I trip anybody. And then go straight. Yeah. Wow. This is a whole other area. I'm really surprised by the map size over here. Like, this is big. Remember how I said to y'all earlier, I was like, oh, I don't know how long this game is. It feels like we've already done a ton. Well, I take that back and I regret it. Did we get another one? Yay! We opened up a whole new area. Oh my god, what's this? Secret garage? Oh, we can't go through it. That was exciting. We're going on a trip on our favorite rocket ship. Going to the city is Big Kitty. I wonder if we can open that up. No. Okay, so we've got a fish around. Oh, like this general direction. Okay. Oh, more hats! What are these ones? Oh my god. Yes. 10? Now they're more expensive? The hunter has become the hunted. Oh my god! We're a mouse. I love this game. It's so good. No, it's perfection. 10 out of 10. Don't look at me. I'll trip you. No, stop. Unhand me. Leave me alone. There we go. I'm gonna just take that from you. Is there a burb I can pounce on? I wonder if I just put it in the middle, if one will come, or do I need to go to a section where they're already in? Let's practice. Let's wait. No, it's in another section. Okay, so there's one over on that side, so... Unhand me, peasant. Go after that bagel. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that was terrible of me. Sorry. Grandma Kara, thank you for the raid. How are you doing today, bestie? How was your stream? What were y'all streaming? I hope you had so much fun. Did you play this? What do you think? I am loving it. I am literally loving it. We've been having such a good time. It's been so fun. Little kitty, let's go! Let's go. So I don't know how far you've gotten. So I don't really want to show you my map right now. I don't want to show you my hats either. This is what I've currently got on. And our current friend with us. But I hope you had a beautiful stream. Thanks for sending your friends on over here with us. I hope you're having the best day. Hell yeah. Now, wait a second. Where is this? Where's this duck? Down the street? To the side? This way? We've opened up another one! Okay, good. Ooh, something to crawl into. Oh, wait a second. Where are we? We're right by our home! Oh my god, we've got another... Well, we need another bone. But then we'll have distracted our third dog, which is really exciting. We got the bone! All right, hold on. Let me get the goods over here first. That's exciting. A little further along because I played for about 4 hours. Okay, I gotcha. So not by that much. Butterfly! Can I see what this looks like? I don't think I'm gonna like it as much as the mouse, but... Ah! Just a widow friend! Okay, I lied. I really do like it. Just a widow friend and landed onto cat. Why is this so cute? I'm not crying. You are, obviously. Okay, can we jump with this? Good. There we go. It is, yeah. It is, and it's very reminiscent of it, and especially it's so, like, chaotic, but... Oh, sorry. You're fine. No, stop. Unhand me. But it's, like, it's a little bit different, and it's... To me, it's more chaotic, too, you know? All right, pals, I think this is where I'm going to call it, because if I play anymore, I will not end stream. And I don't want to go beyond 6 hours. We need to go for a walk today. Did y'all like it? Do me a favor, friends. If you enjoyed Little Kitty Big City, help your girl out. Do you want to play this tomorrow? We could do another day where we do half and half with Stardew Valley again. Just let me know if it's worth it for us to come back and play this more. I would love to, but I want to hear you. So if you want to play it more, put a 1 in the chat. And if not, then we can, you know, visit something else at a different time. You're crying. It's so cute. It's so cute. I'm honestly really surprised by how much I'm digging the game, but at the same time, I'm not, because we really like the demo, so... Yeah? All right, we'll play it tomorrow. I promise, we'll play it. We might do the same thing that we did today. We'll start off with Stardew, and then we'll switch over to it for the end of stream. I think that'd be fun. Get a solid, like, 3 hours in. All right, pals. That's it for me today. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you. As always, flopping some links in the chat. You want to go hang out with us in Discord? We've got a great community in there now. Socials. You can follow me. I'll be posting another TikTok tonight. Your girl's back on Instagram. I've been posting stories and reels. So if you're into that sort of thing, feel free to follow me along with all my other links for your viewing pleasure. You can't get rid of me. God knows I cannot stop being permanently online. Thanks for hanging out. Hope everybody has a great Thursday night. Shout out to my folks if you're watching Critical Role tonight. I'm there with you. Let's dive in together. And until tomorrow, be good and kind to yourselves and each other. Bye, pals! Mwah. Bye, Godless! SMG, take care. Darzog, thanks for hanging out. Bye, Hannah, Pookie, Carol, Connor, Paraburb, Angel Bean, Golden, thanks for all the clips. Kim's, Crafty, Carol, take care. Moonwitch, Kat, Zuki. Thank you so much, pals. Take care.